The Tortoise and the Talking Drum. I will never forget the sound of that drum screaming in the forest. It was so loud I felt it in my chest, like something was hitting the ground right beside me. I was there the night everything happened. MB the tortoise lived in our village. Everyone knew him well. He talked too much, he lied sometimes, but his biggest problem was food. He could eat until he couldn't move. He always showed up at every party even when nobody invited him. If someone dropped their yam for 1 second, MB would grab it and say he thought it was his. One morning, we heard a strange drumbeat coming from the forest. It wasn't normal. It was deep and slow, almost like it was calling people. The elder said it might be the talking drum the old stories mentioned. They warned everyone to stay away. They said those things were not jokes. But later that night, I saw MB sneaking toward the forest. He looked around as if checking for danger, but he didn't know I was watching him. My curiosity got the better of me, so I followed him quietly, staying behind the trees. We walked deep into the forest until I saw a faint light. That was when MB walked into a clearing, and there it was, the drum. Big, glowing softly, like it was alive. I wanted to run, but I stayed. I wanted to see what would happen. MB tapped the drum, and it answered him. I was so shocked I covered my mouth to stop myself from yelling. When MB asked for food and it appeared out of nowhere, I couldn't believe my eyes. I'd never seen anything like that. After that night, I kept watching him. He came every evening, always thinking nobody saw him. He asked for so much food that he could barely walk afterward. He wiped sweat off his face, sat on the ground to breathe, then asked for more. He never shared with anyone. Not even once. I remember one night I whispered to myself, this thing will end badly. He is pushing it. And I was right. One night, the drum didn't answer him. He tapped it again. Nothing. He hit it hard. Still nothing. He got angry and shouted at it like it was a person. The whole forest went quiet. No crickets, no wind, nothing. Then the drum exploded with a huge. I fell back and covered my ears. The drum started shouting at him. It called him greedy. It said all the wrong things he had done. It spoke so clearly and so loudly that even birds fell from trees. Before I could move, the drum grew legs and started rolling toward him. MB screamed and ran. I didn't even know tortoises could run that fast. He tripped over roots, rolled down small hills, and crashed into bushes. He cried for help, but nobody was going to enter that forest. The drum chased him all the way through the trees, shouting every one of his secrets. Things I didn't even know. Things people would be embarrassed to hear out loud. I stayed back, hiding, watching him run like his life depended on it. By morning, the villagers found MB lying at the gate. His shell had a crack. He was covered in leaves, dust, and fear. When they woke him up, he started talking like someone who had seen a ghost. He told them the forest punished him because he asked for too much. People laughed at first, but when they saw the crack on his shell and how scared he looked, they became quiet. Some people crossed themselves. Some looked toward the forest as if expecting something to jump out. After that day, nobody went looking for magic. Nobody touched anything strange in the forest. Even MB changed. Whenever food was served, he ate slowly and quietly. If someone offered him more, he said no, thank you with shaking hands. He avoided the forest completely. Even passing near it made him stop and turn around. And me. I still think about that night. I didn't learn from stories or warnings. I learned because I saw the truth with my own eyes. Greed will always catch up to you. And when you don't appreciate what you're given, it can be taken away in the worst way. I saw it happen. And I will never forget the sound of that drum shouting in the dark.